Is up, everyone? Welcome. Happy Thursday. We're gonna get started in just a moment. Getting my Xbox set up, getting my cats ready. All right. What's going on today, everyone? How is everyone? Bert, Mr. Karma Face, William, how is everybody? We're gonna start off with the FA Cup game against Aston Villa, round 5. But I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Christian Pulisic being back in practice for Chelsea. We're back, baby. We got a few weeks until Mexico. Pulisic, maybe he gets 30 minutes, maybe he gets a half, maybe he gets starting time. We'll see how he develops. Dax is here. My cat is ready to play, ready to sit on my lap. All right, cool. Let's get to it. What's up, Adam? How's it going? Pulisic's back in the squad. It is a good day. It is a great day. What club do I support in England? So, growing up, I supported Everton because when I was getting really into soccer, Tim Howard was the goalkeeper. Then later on, Landon Donovan had a loan spell there as well. So they became my club in England. But now, really anywhere that has Americans, I've closely followed Chelsea since Pulisic has been there. And I do live pretty close to Arsenal, so I go to a lot of Arsenal games, but I wouldn't call myself a fan of Arsenal. I just enjoy going to the stadium. Yeah, so is Bert, is Xavi the new Barcelona coach confirmed? Guys, I have been working like 10 to 12 hour days for the last 3 days in the office downtown. So I have been, you guys need to update me right now on what's happening in the US soccer landscape. I did see Coman got fired. I knew Xavi was the front runner, but let me know if that's official or not. All right. Official. That'll be really interesting. If you guys haven't seen it, Xavi has a, I don't know if it's like a masterclass, but it's a YouTube video about how he sees the game, how he tries to really like influence the game by keeping the ball and using possession as a way to attack and defend. I thought that was really interesting. So if you have some time and you've watched all my videos on YouTube, then definitely go check that out. It'll be a good video to see like before he takes over Barcelona. Scally with another great game, and Gladbach completely destroyed Bayern. I saw the scores. I haven't seen a ton of the highlights, but yeah, man, I needed to take was it Tuesday? Just like I needed to do house stuff. I needed to get everything in order. So I appreciate everyone being flexible. All right, so now like Coman's out. What's everyone's favorite piece of news from this week? I'm assuming it has to do with Christian Pulisic. Come on, DK. Sorry, my wife is texting me.
What can they do from here? McGinn. Can they get in behind them? And he really read that brilliantly. Chance to cross.
Nice. Cool. All right, let me catch up here.
It'll be a throw-in.
Michael, yes. What do I do in finance? I work for a mutual fund company, and I lead a team of financial advisors. But basically, my company is. Let me turn this down. My company really only works as fiduciaries, which means we have to do what's right for the client. So I feel very genuinely very good and proud to work for the company that I do, and I like my job. I like the work. Okay, he's the interim coach. Interesting. I would be surprised if he didn't have something in his contract. Like, I know it's been Xavi's dream for a long time. Like, since he retired, basically, to take over Barcelona. Alright, long range. Oh, it's all good. So I'm excited. I think he is a very possession and attack-minded coach, and as long as Dest continues to get a ton of minutes, whether that's at right wing or right back, then I'll be quite happy with that. But how good is Pepe in FIFA? So FIFA really messed with the Matty Cash. Don't do me like this. FIFA really messed with the ratings for American players. There are so many poorly rated players that should be so much higher. That's too far, way too far. So I think he starts as a 64 rated, but he's definitely grown this season as we played him a bunch. So we have 4 strikers. 3 of them are purchased already. The other one is on loan. So we have Cade Cowell and Daryl Dike, who have kind of been our starting 2 up top. And then we do have Ricardo Pepi. And then we also have Folarin Balogun, who's on loan from Arsenal. He is an American-English dual national. So if you don't know about him, he's currently on Arsenal in real life. But we did get him on loan. And I think we have a $2 million obligation to buy on this loan that we have with him. But I don't know if we'll do it, because next season we might want to get Timothy Weah or Josh Sargent, and there's just not going to be enough room up top unless we want to put someone else on loan. Favorite news, watching Weston play well. He had a goal as well, right? I did see that. It is awesome to see him. Like, a lot of our players, if they could just stay healthy and had good club situations, they would be getting like such prime development. But okay, can someone oh no, Daryl. Why is Daryl so deep in the midfield? I don't get it. I think these might be the wrong tactics, honestly, to play against Aston Villa. Like, we are usually trying to counter quickly, but seem to like to stay back here. And Daryl Dike is having a shocker of a game. Yeah, FIFA, like, almost every single rating you can argue, William, that FIFA and EA should have rated them higher. Yeah, Balogun is a really interesting case. I think he's friends with Yunus Musa, and they both came up through the Arsenal Academy. So hopefully he can do some Agent Musa things and help us get him. Guys, if you could, it would be amazing if you could hit the like button so more people can find us. And we are in the 5th round of the FA Cup with the created club for the US men's national team right now. So that's what we're doing. You should do some player training on stream. Adam, do you mean like take my GoPro to coaching and show that, or like take my phone and stream me coaching? Or do you mean like when I do my player breakdowns like I've done for Yunus Musa? Is that what you mean? Man, if Yunus Musa, he was the future. He was the truth. But I guess now is he in? He's in MLS, right? He's at Sporting Kansas City, I think. Yunus Musa is so good in this game. Oh. Pulisic back in training. Got his jersey on now just to celebrate. Gotta celebrate the little things, especially with Pulisic's health. We thought it would never happen. If Pulisic can come in and be a threat for Chelsea, I mean, that is all they're missing at this point. That is all they're missing. And there's so many injuries that he has a really good chance to come back in immediately and make a difference. So I'm excited for him to get back to health. And then Gio Reyna, obviously, Tyler Adams had an insane game. Like his stats were, I think I want to do a breakdown of that game, but I think he went 19 for 20 in terms of tackles. Like what an insane stat. I think that's 95% tackle success rate. Just insane. Insane. Oh, can't you train players in FIFA? You can. I'll try. I don't know if it's going to be interesting for you guys. You can do like development work, and you can have them change DK. I'm getting Daryl DK out of this. Yeah, you can change the way that they position, or like how. Oh, Matt Turner. Zalalem is at NYCFC. Interesting. So NYCFC has taken Zalalem from Arsenal and Keaton Parks from Benfica. Shane, what do you mean? This is FIFA 22. I'm so confused by all of you tonight. My brain is fried. Oh no. Oh, FM. Yeah, I can definitely try. I think once 2022 comes out, because I think it's just in beta right now, right? I will definitely do maybe an FM playthrough or career mode. Cade. Oh, we just got to get Cade in behind. And that's our secret. That's our secret weapon. Okay, so you're thinking about Football Manager. Yeah, definitely when 22 comes out, we'll have to do that. Yeah, I saw that Karma. I think for me, I would, like, personally, it would be great to see him back at Dortmund. I just want to see him in a place where he's able to get playing time, he's able to get Champions League minutes, and not just Champions League minutes, but like a team that is slated to make it out of the knockout rounds, or the group stage, I should say. So, yeah, whether he stays at Chelsea, which I genuinely do think is a good spot for him, he just needs to stay healthy. But if he went back to Dortmund, it really wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And then add to that the obvious chemistry that he could build with Gio Reyna. That'd be awesome. So what are the games that you guys are looking forward to for this weekend? Oh no. Wow, is that a save? Woo! Yeah, exactly. If Pulisic and Reyna were on the same team and they could start for the next 5 years together in like a 3-4-2-1, or even a 4-3-3 on opposite sides as wingers, like kind of play how the US would play them, I think that'd be amazing for team chemistry for the US. It's like the one thing I have against both of them actually right now is just that. Oh. Oh no. I missed my chance there.
Using his strength to shield the ball. He's going forward well here. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was.
Yeah, I mean the Prem is just a really physical league, and I don't think that's an excuse at all. Oh, I hope he's offside. Oh no. Wow. Matt Turner, what a save. Kept us in the FA Cup. Wow. What a save. And now we break. Now we break. Oh. He just needed to put it more into open space, which I didn't do. But yeah, there's lots of opportunity for him if he just learned how to take a foul. Like if he could do just a bit better in learning how to take a foul, I feel like that could help him. Oh my god, I can't wait for this Man United Spurs game, and there are so many there are so many people on my team at work that are either or. Like so many Manchester United fans and so many Spurs fans that and it's hilarious this week because everyone is just scared to like talk about the game because both sides have no confidence in their team that they're going to be able to pull this off. Man, what am I going to do here? I just need to shoot. Yeah. Are we going to get extra time, or is this going to go right to... I think, were you in the... Bert, were you in the live stream when someone suggested that? I genuinely think that's like one of the most genius things he could possibly do. Ref, blow the whistle, please. Please, ref. You're a minute over. The game's got to be over, ref. No. I'm pretty sure he blew that whistle before Turner saved that. Bert, you're a genius. You're a goddamn genius. Also, if you have sent me designs, I apologize in advance that I haven't responded or seen them yet. But tomorrow I'm back to working from home. I have the weekend at home, so I will be able to get through everything, respond to any of your comments, any of your tweets, and I will have a player breakdown as well coming up for Gabriel Slonina, the 17-year-old. So make sure if you're not subscribed yet, you do subscribe so you can see the player breakdown for the 17-year-old goalkeeper for the Chicago Fire. It'll be my first breakdown for a goalkeeper, so it should be interesting. I have all the clips compiled and I have all the topics that I want to talk about. I just need to record the voiceover, get everything edited, and then it should be out tomorrow or Saturday. But and then next week I'm back to working remotely for the week again. So basically what my work is doing is that we are doing an every other week that we're in the office. Oh please. Oh Pepe. I can't like break this defense. No. Pogba, I think Pogba was suspended for 3 games. No? I think Pogba was suspended for 3 games. That's the thing, Shane, is that if you fire your coach right now, there's Antonio Conte. And that's literally the only coach that would be better. I mean, there's a reason that Nuno is their coach right now, because there just wasn't a better coach in the market. And they had to go to like their third option. So I think a lot of teams are kind of, they maybe want to fire their coach and then they're looking at realistic options to replace them and saying, oh shit, we like all those options are even worse. So unless you want to take a chance on someone that's either new or an assistant right now, or is coaching at a much lower level but still successful, then that's the risk that every team is going to have to take. The other Slonina brother I think is 20 or 21. So I don't think he has as much upside as his younger brother. But I genuinely haven't looked into him, Mr. Karmaface. Thoughts on Gladbach's thrashing of Bayern? So I haven't gotten to watch it, but I love that Bayern was put in their place and by another Bundesliga team. So it wasn't like some fluke, 2 Bundesliga or 3 Bundesliga team that did it. It was like a good opponent for Bayern, and probably the worst loss, well, definitely the worst loss that Nagelsmann has had as a Bayern coach. So I'm happy with that. If Bayern can kind of die out in their form, then that gives extra opportunity to BVB or Leipzig now that they're kind of a bit more in form, and Jesse Marsch has righted his ship. I just want, honestly, as much as I would love US players to win championships and win leagues, as a fan I'm also just looking for, let's go Ricardo. Who asked if Ricardo was good in this game? Top corner, upper 90, top bins. Jeez. Yeah, worst loss since 1978. So, yeah, I'm just looking for exciting finishes to leagues, basically. And if that means Bayern, doesn't win their 9th straight or 8th straight Bundesliga, then I'm happy with that outcome. Same thing with Lille last year, and I'm assuming it really looks like PSG has turned it up another level. But if another league can do what Lille did last year, then I think purely from a fan's perspective, I'll be happy. Just because if you're a US fan and you're watching all of these leagues, you do watch most teams play throughout the season. So you want a competitive league and you want a competitive season, and that means Bayern losing, basically. Wow. Just need to hold on here.
1 minute of stoppage time has been added on.
This could be it. All right. We beat Villa. We beat Villa. We get to the 6th round. I don't know if that's the semifinal or the quarterfinal. We'll check after this. Guys, if you're here, hit the like button. Happy almost Friday. Thank you for joining me. And we've just beaten Villa in the FA Cup 5th round. So we are now, okay, we have a game in hand against Fulham. And if we win that game, our goal differential is much higher. So we basically need to just hang on to these top 2 spots, because we want automatic promotion. Who are your backups for Pepe in November? I'd go DK Sargent or maybe even Jesus Ferreira. That's such a tough one. I'm really hesitant to bring in Sargent when he's not scoring, but I do feel like he's one of the better American strikers, no matter how he's performing for his club. So I think Sargent would be my other backup, and then DK has been scoring and he's been healthy for Orlando. So he definitely comes to mind. And yeah, who else? Who else would I have? I mean, he's kind of lost his scoring touch as well, but PFOC would be good. I just think Pepe has it locked down. And then Jesus Ferreira, if he wants to commit to the US, which I think there's not really a worry with him. I'm more than happy to have him brought into camp. He has numbers this season in MLS that are almost as good as Ricardo Pepe's. So in my mind, you bring in strikers that are in form and scoring. That is one of the positions that you use as a marker for form. You know, for defenders, for midfielders, you can kind of get around it, but I think for strikers, like, you want someone with the hot foot. Do you think Greg will ignore a right back who played night? So, do I think Greg will ignore Joe Scally? I don't. And I think Greg, he was doing a favor to Gladbach by not calling in Joe Scally, which I personally have a problem with, but I think in the broad scheme of things, Greg did have Scally on his roster, I think, for the October window, and then Gladbach just asked politely, and Greg, relinquished his position because he's Greg. So I do think Scally's definitely going to be in this camp. But we'll find out in a week. Yeah, Bayern doesn't just buy the best players. They buy the best players from their rivals that are as close to them in the table. So it used to be, all the best Dortmund players would go to Bayern, which is why Royce is such a legend for Dortmund, because he's one of the few that never left. But Lewandowski, Hummels, Götze, all of them left to go to Bayern at some point. But now that Leipzig was getting better, they bought Upamecano, Sabitzer. So they're not just doing, you're not just buying the best players and building the best team, but you're also taking the best players away from your closest rivals at the same time. So, I mean, that's a pretty damn good business, to be in. And that's also one of the reasons why they've won so many seasons in a row. That open goal missed by Sargent last week was so painful to see. Yeah, that was all confidence. A confidence striker puts that away, like, with speed, and gives the ball, the nudge that it needs. Like, he obviously has the skill to score that goal. It was just confidence. I think he went for accuracy, making sure that the ball went in, but a striker that is confident is going to put that in the net with power as well. Oh, he took out my leg. No, Cade. Our top scorer is down. This is bad. Time to give Hoppy a chance. Next, our first string talent. So Hoppy, again, has not been playing for his club. And I don't know, just the decision by some of our players to go to these clubs that are not playing them, and they're not getting playing time now. It looks crazy. We need better agents for our players, because something is happening where we're not getting the playing time that we need or should be getting. Do you think Julian Green gets another call-up? I would say if he didn't get a call-up in September when he was actually playing, then he's probably not getting a call-up now when he's not playing. I almost like Timothy Tillman would almost be the more natural player to talk about because now he's the one starting at center mid for Firth. So could be. Oh, nice. DK. Craig thinks Hoppy is a 6'3 winger. I mean, if Pulisic can get healthy, then we could have wingers that are dynamic and, in his view, vertical. So we could have Pulisic, Conrad, Weah, and Aronson all healthy at the same time. And he'd probably start Pulisic and Aronson, which is honestly for me like an amazing winger pool to choose from. I would assume he is going to call back Conrad. Areola was injured right after the last one, so Cade is down. I talked about this in the podcast this week, but he he got taken out of the starting 11 and the team has been doing incredibly well. So, I mean, from a coach's lens, there's no reason to, fix what's not broken. So why would you start playing him again? But he is also just like, I personally don't think he's the right fit for that coach's style at New York Red Bull, but he is a Red Bull player. He is a high pressing player, but he has lots of technical ability, and I think the New York Red Bulls just try and make the game too messy. They're not really utilizing Caden Clark's strength. Oh, maybe you're talking about Cade Cowell since he's injured right now. But yes, Cade Cowell is down. Tobis Laroni, what is up? Guys, everybody watching, what is up? How are you? Let me know how your week's going. Hope everyone's having a wonderful week so far. And a very happy almost Friday. We're painfully close to Friday. Just purchased the game and got into a penalty shootout and no idea what to do. One good thing about the game this year is maybe if you're playing like Seasons or Ultimate Team, the division should keep you playing against similarly skilled players, I should say. Whew. All right, we're taking our lead into halftime, just barely. I think Greg does Greg rate Conrad? I think he rates Conrad as a super sub. I don't think he rates him as a starter. And I also think Greg does not rate young players. Oh, that's foul. Does not rate young players that aren't consistent. Also, like, did anyone listen to the Greg podcast and get just like the weirdest vibe that the interviewer wanted to make Greg feel really good? Like, I'm usually not a U.S. soccer journalism sucks person, but that last episode just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I wish he would have asked a few more questions to learn more about the decision making, but can't change that now. And to Greg's credit, he did say they got it wrong against Panama, so good for him, I guess. Yeah, Ariel is just returning from injury. If Conrad can get a few more minutes for Marseille, then I would call him in. I'm fine with him starting, yeah. I don't mind Roldan as backup, but I'm hoping Legit and the supposed spat takes him out of the picture. Yeah, and Greg seems to take some of these things personally as well. I think Greg does not like dissenters in the camp. So the fact that Hoppy would talk back to him and be annoyed that he was subbed off. I think Greg, for the cameras, needs to say that he's happy. Nice block. That he's happy for players to have that fire, but I think internally he's not very happy to have been publicly dissented against. I mean, at the end of the day, the coach does need to have some themes of authoritarianism. Like, it is his team, right? And like at the end of the day, he's going to be responsible for the actions of it. But in my mind, like, you do genuinely want players with that fire, whether it comes out like that or not. But I do think once he's rubbed the wrong way, then he like holds that grudge, I think. He does rate veterans. Yeah, he does. I think Greg mistakes experience. I think Greg rates experience the same way that we rate consistency, and those just aren't the same things. I think that's one of his biggest issues as a coach. Come here, Dax. Sit on my lap. Don't sit on the keyboard. Dax says hello. Dax the cat. Can you guys see this cat? No. Get off the keyboard. Do you want to sit on my lap? Thank you. Alright. Yeah, but dude, Kildu, the journalism wasn't even like, I wish it was more fierce and clickbaity. Like, it was almost just asking Greg a question, and then if he gave an answer, the interviewer would just be like, yeah, you're totally right. Where instead of like asking follow-ups to his thought process and like why, I don't know. The interviewer gave his opinion of why Greg was right on a lot of the answers that Greg gave. And that, like, from a podcasting perspective, that's not really what I want to be listening to. But I'm forced to do it because I do want to hear how Greg felt about these games. Oh, that might be a yellow. Yeah, Leggett needs to not be on the team. He needs to not make the roster. I don't mind Roldan if he's a backup because he's very versatile. He can play the wing. He can play attacking mid. He can play a center mid. So I don't mind that. And, you know, he's in form in MLS. But Leggett, I mean, come on. He's obviously, wow. He's obviously not close to national team quality. I understand McKenzie at least because he has a lot of potential and could be a solid option for us long term, but the rest make no sense. Which, are you talking about the defense now, Daniel? Because I do think at some point soon we're going to have to make a decision about John Brooks and if he's still the starter on this team or not. And if you haven't seen that other piece of news, Florian Kohfeldt, the Bremen coach that we all know and love from Josh Sargent's time, has now been appointed the Wolfsburg job. So, and this comes back to the point I made about coaches that are available. Essentially, every coach that's available is going to be worse than a coach that's employed right now. So teams are shit out of luck if they're looking to fire their coach and hire a new one that's going to be better, because there just aren't better coaches available. No. Oh my God. This is our game in hand that we had on Fulham. So if we don't score here, that's going to be really bad. And losing Cade is huge. Daryl's passing is so bad in this game, I should say. Why was that pass on that side? FIFA. Okay. Sorry, Tobis, I did miss that one. If John Brooks isn't the starter, does he even accept call-ups? I mean, that would be crazy for him to go from, like, literally months ago saying, I want to be the captain of this team, to then not accepting call-ups. That would be insane. I hope that he still wants to be a leader on this team, and that if he's not a starter, that he still wants to be a part of that. But I can't tell you what John Brooks is thinking or what he will do. The game keeps giving them so much time. I think Brooks' starting spot is based on when Richards grabs the position. That's fair. That's fair. And do you guys think that Richards taking the spot is happening soon? Because he didn't, like, he played well against Costa Rica, right? But he didn't have the best game ever. But for a debut, for a young center back, I mean, that has to feel good. 4 weeks for Cade Cowell's injury. That is rough. Okay, Ricardo Pepi's coming in. I'm wondering now, though, if we should switch to this and maybe... Yes. So we do have Caden Clark. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, if we leave DK up there, up top alone, Gloucester, Pepe. Okay. Yes. Okay, perfect. So we are going to play this way, I think. And we are not going to have fast build-up. Cool. All right. So we're going to try this out 4-2-3-1 with 2 cams. Hopefully we get some rest before we play Spurs. Tovis, it just takes time to get used to, and then eventually you get better and better at it. But I still don't think I'm great at that, and I apologize for not being as engaging when I'm playing the games. Yeah, I mean, you could actually see that, like Tim Ream, he's old and he's experienced, and he's a captain in the English Championship. Like, that's pretty good. It's not the best club caliber that we have, but I feel safe with him. He's slow. I probably don't want to play him against Mexico or start him against Mexico, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is the FA Cup 6th round. We're playing against Spurs, and we're coming off a tie that is going to hurt us in the championship. But we're still in 3rd place, so we'll see if we can beat Spurs here. Guys, I need your good vibes for this game, and I need you to put your predictions for States United versus Spurs in the chat. I'm going to say it's a 1-1 with us winning in extra time. And guys, make sure you like this video so more people can find us. And if you enjoy USMNT content, please subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers. I think we're like 20 away from getting to 2,000 subscribers. So please, if you're not subscribed, it would do me a huge favor, and it costs you literally nothing. Zero effort. Just click that subscribe button, and that would be amazing to help us get closer to 2,000. Jason, what's up? Yo, are you related to Jack Bogle by any chance? I'm always curious when I see your name come up. Is Dax the cat named after Dax McCarty? He is. So I am unabashedly a New York Red Bulls fan, and Dax McCarty was the starting, well, was the captain of the team. I was living in, well, near Philadelphia, but going to lots of Red Bull games. And he is one of my favorite players. So, oh, close goal, close. 1-0. All right, Bert. I hope I'm the 76 goals. But these, oh, TK almost had it. I feel like our qualification has a lot to do with picking the young talent in the midfield. If we don't have McKennie, Adams, and Musa, feels like a huge downgrade. Yeah. And the when we were going into the October qualifiers, something I talked about a lot is that the MMA midfield gives you so much balance. Like the strengths and weaknesses of those three players are so perfectly aligned to play in a three-man midfield together. Like, we could not have asked for a better young core to play together. They all have different strengths, they all have different weaknesses, and it all covers and accentuates those strengths for each other when they play together, obviously. So I think there is a huge individual drop-off, especially when we're talking about Tyler Adams to the next best six. But if you mess with that midfield in general, I think what you're finding as well is just that as a group of three, there's going to be a drop-off. Spurs backline is, I mean, they've let me in a few times. I just need to take advantage of this now. States United will grind out a 1-0 win. Caden Clark to score. All right. I'm holding you to that. We do. We grind these out. We didn't grind our last one out against Reading, but I shouldn't speak too soon. Let's go, John Tolkien. Also, in what world does the referee think that he can wear purple in this frickin' game and get away with it? Offside. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to see him captaining and still playing a huge part for Nashville. And Nashville, I think, is in second place in the East, so yeah, I loved him. Loved him at New York Red Bull. I thought he deserved, when he was younger, I thought he deserved a shot with the national team a bit more than he got. But that's okay. Why? Wait, that's Mark McKenzie. I need to figure out why Mark McKenzie. Hold on. What is happening? Why Chris Durkin was in my back line. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but okay, they're back now. Chris Richards getting a starting spot depends on if Greg plays him. He's slow to make changes. Yeah. I worry that Greg is going to be scared away from making changes because of the result in Panama, but like, it wasn't necessarily the amount of changes that he made or that he was brave enough to make the changes. It was that the changes sucked and the players that were playing, you know, in place of other players sucked. So it's not the same, but I worry that he's going to think it's the same, and that's, you know, that's what he's going to base his decision making off of. If I let them get back into their shape, Spurs, it's really hard to break down, but we can definitely catch them on a break. Maybe cross in to TK, who has a really nice header on this game. Spurs fan was trying to convince me that Oliver Skip is better than Tyler Adams. I mean, Tyler Adams is possibly, I would say Tyler Adams and Christian Pulisic are the closest players that we have to world class. And if we're taking the stance that world class means top 5 or top 10 in your position in the world, then I would say Tyler Adams is in the top 20 of center defensive mids in the world, and he's probably closer to top 12. I'd maybe put him at like 13 or 14. So yeah, for me, there's very few players genuinely that I believe are better or have higher potential. Like, not only does he have an amazing potential, but he's literally so good right now. Yeah, if Tyler Adams moves teams, especially to the Prem, like I could see him having like a mid 80s rating in a few years. and continuing to play like he is. An amazing player that we have. Coolest thing about Dax McCarty was that him and Tyler Adams were, on the Red Bulls at the same time, and Dax McCarty couldn't really play and start and play 90 every game, so it was the perfect situation to have a young defensive mid that's taking that time and learning from a really great defensive midfielder. Look at how agile he is, how quickly he moves. Yeah, that was coming. Yeah, if Tyler Adams moved to Arsenal, I would be at every game. But as of right now, I pick and choose which games I go to for Arsenal. Basically, if they're playing a team that is not a top 6 team, then tickets are like £30 or £40, which is like $50 for club seats, like great middle of the field club seats. But if Tyler Adams was on Arsenal, I'd go to every game that I could. Who's at the top of my CDM list? Yeah, I mean, N'Golo Kante, but I assume that a lot of people would put him at a center midfielder at the moment. I'd have to think. Maybe I wonder if you guys would be interested in me doing more videos about like global soccer and not just USMNT, but like obviously with the focus that I'm thinking about this because I have Tyler Adams, at 12 or 13. But yeah, let me think. I mean, Joshua Kimmich, do you consider him? Daryl, dude, oh my god. Busquets is still top 5. I'd say Casemiro is probably 1 or 2 for me. I do like a more mobile, but like Casemiro, Fabinho at Liverpool. Idrissa Gueye at PSG be like top 5. But yeah, I think N'Golo Kante, I don't know if you consider him a center mid or a center defensive midfielder anymore. But let's go, new subscriber. Oh, come on, Richie. Yes, let's go. And Jake Johnson, my boy. You share my name. Let's go. Yeah, Frankie, when he plays, well, when Coman played like a drop-in, a 3 at the back for Frankie, I would have considered him a center defensive mid, but he had been playing more as a center mid often. Something the other USMNT channels don't really have a lot of knowledge about is comparing USMNT players to Euro-based players. I mean, I'll be honest, like I definitely still have my own bias, and just as English people have their own bias towards English players. I think if you asked, professional scouts, they wouldn't have Tyler Adams where I have Tyler Adams. But in saying that, like, I think you can make a good educated hypothesis of how he would do against the best in the world. And to be, oh no, Deli, you did not just do that. I think Idrissa Gueye is in my top 5 just because I really rate like more mobile center defensive midfielders. I mean, I'd be interested to hear if he's not in your top 10, why that is, but I can see why he's not in your top 5. Camavinga is like a newer name on the scene for that position, at least. Oh, what a shot from Yunus. Man, That was had to have been such a low expected goal for Dele.
Salvio.
Dele. Ali.
Here's Ndombele.
Party.
Kane.
He's maybe top 10 for me. But he doesn't like show me anything incredible. He's an extremely reliable center defense mid, which is what you want in your defensive mid, to be fair. So, true. Damn. Chelsea's midfield is ridiculous. Conte, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mount. And then Loftus-Cheek now that he's back. I mean, Russ Barkley is basically, still with the team. Then they have the little Scottish man on loan, Billy Gilmore. Wow. Great job, Turner. Great job. Yeah, he's extremely aggressive and way too... he needs more game sense and when to go and tackle. He kind of is like... In my mind, Idrissa Gueye has the aggression and game sense of Granit Xhaka with the ability of Tyler Adams. So... He really gets himself in trouble. Yeah, this game has just been like quality finishing from Spurs. Jorginho, I would call him a center defensive mid in the same sense that I would call like Pirlo a center defensive mid, if that makes sense. Like he's the deepest lying midfielder, but he's not necessarily the person that has the defensive responsibilities. It's very shared responsibilities for Chelsea. But he is the deepest lying midfielder, and if we're talking about like the closest to a center defensive mid in terms of where on the field he is, then yeah, I would probably call him one. Indeedy. So Declan Rice, I wasn't super impressed with Declan Rice at the Euros, but I do think he's taken it up another level this season in the Prem. I also think that West Ham has another great defensive mid, Souček, who has he really impressed me when I watched their games. Jeez. I cannot get past this midfield, and their finishing has been excellent. Yeah, like Declan Rice has a lot of qualities that I love, but there's just like things where I'm just like sometimes he doesn't pass the eye test, which is such a weird thing for someone with so much quality. So I mean, he's gonna be sold for a ton of money to a big team because he's English and he's the best available defensive mid. Conte, Declan Rice, Casemiro, Kimmich, and Fabinho. Yeah, definitely. I think center defensive mid doesn't have like an undisputed number one right now. Doucouré, yeah. Doucouré is amazing for Everton. Just, oh man, Emil Højbjerg is one of my favorite players to watch in real life. Guys, make sure you like the video so more people can find us. Anyone that's new and you like USMNT content, make sure to subscribe. And I'm probably going to play one more game. Unreal start to the season. Yeah. Let's see. So I don't rate if we're talking about like Fred or all right, so we go out in round 6 of the FA Cup. It's a bummer, but it had to happen. Had to happen at some point. We've won the EFL Cup. We have a trophy. Now, in a good way, in a good sense, we now have the ability to just focus on the league. So let's take a look at the table. Sorry, I couldn't pull that one out for you guys in the FA Cup. All right, so if we're looking at the table here, Fulham, we have 2 games in hand on Fulham. We need 4 points in those 2 games. And we decided last week that we play 46 games total. So we're closing in on the last 10 games of the season. We need to get some wins here and give ourselves some breathing room into that automatic promotion spot. So I'm not about to get put back into the championship for another season. It probably wouldn't be the worst thing for us to develop our young players, but I'm not ready to not be in the Prem next season. All right, let's see. I think I do want to go back to the plan when I am trying to counterattack a bit more. All right, cool. And instructions. So guys, what do you have on tap for this weekend? Any good plans? Any of you guys going away? Also, since Gaga Slonina is going to be the next player breakdown, I have some other news to share with you guys that I am likely going to be doing my scouting license on top of coaching licenses. So with the player breakdowns, I think I've seen a lot of really good feedback on that content, and I want to get more serious about it, because at some point in my life, the goal is to work in soccer. And if that's a coach, that'd be amazing. But probably more realistic to join a professional team would be as a scout. And so I am looking into getting scouting licenses in England as well. New subscriber, Corey, what's up? Thank you so much. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers, guys. If you're not subscribed and you've been watching for more than 30 seconds, do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel and help us get to 2,000. So yeah, also with the scouting license, I feel like that will give me a bit more to think about when I do the player breakdowns. And maybe it will be like homework for the scouting license, or I don't know what it will look like, but I feel like it can just give me a few more ideas on how to think about player scouting, how to think about player breakdowns, and just make better content in the end for you guys, and be more prepared, in my professional life to at some point take on a role in soccer. So that's my news for the week. Math test. Daweed. Math test in an hour? And you're watching me? Thank you. No. I wish you much luck on your math test. Hundreds only. Hundreds only on the math test. Nice stop, John. Halloween parties on South Street. Adam, what are you going as? What are you going as? Ronaldo? Oh. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's move our lineup.
Well, no stopping him, but quick thinking defensively.
Oh. Daryl DK's passing in this game is something to be ashamed about. Suchek. Yeah. I think he was asked to do a lot more defending last year. It seems like he's more box to box this year, and Declan Rice is taking a much deeper role. Rather be a scout. Yeah, coaching is a lot of coaching's a lot of pressure. And if you're not a professional coach, then you're dealing with parents, which I really don't mind. Like one of my favorite things as a coach is to get the parent involved in the kid's development, because it just becomes so much easier to like have them reinforce the lessons that you're trying to teach. But in the end, like, scouting is probably less stressful, more fun, some traveling still. So gonna enjoy the World Series and some League One matches this week. Nice. So it's the Astros and the Blue Jays. Is that right for the World Series? I don't pay a ton of attention to baseball. I'm sorry for my ignorance.
Promising possession, this. Good pressure. Can they make something of this? Chance to cross.
And is it game 3 now? Is it on game 3? I respect all my baseball and soccer crossover people. There's probably less of those than basketball, soccer, and then hockey and soccer. I feel like those have a bit more like similarities that are naturally occurring. Okay, I might have to just be a bit better on my counters. Calvin Phillips, we have not mentioned him, but great honorable mention for top 10, I think. Great honorable mention for top 10. If you could pick a lower league team to work for in England, who is it and why is it 4-screen? I don't know. Maybe it's Plymouth Argyle, because they are literally Argyle. This team pressing me. Matt, please don't mess up. I just need this other team to back off me a little bit. Jeez. Okay. It's okay. No. Game 3 is tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, it could be 4-screen. It could be like Reading, to be honest, is pretty close to here. It's a quick train ride away. I went to York last weekend, so maybe York City. York was a really cool little town. Caden Clark, let's go. Let's go, Caden. Loads of Germans and Italian-based players. I agree. I do agree. Well, so would you say Witzel is the center defensive mid? And then for Bayern, Kimmich, right? Oh, Gladbach has Zakaria. I'd say Zakaria for me could be top 10. He's got a shot. And then Juve, Napoli, AC Milan. So I guess what, AC Milan. Yo, what's up, Dungo? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. How are you, buddy? Yeah, Zakaria is really, really good. Bert, that was the initial impression that we had. But I think the Jamaican Federation was arguing that they should have fans. So, unless I just haven't seen the final declaration of what that will look like. But I think they're still in the process of basically arguing But they should. They should have fans.
Strong play here.
Oh no.
Excellent
If I can just break this press, then we might be good to go, but they've had a very strong press so far.
He did well to cut it out.
Okay. Jeez.
Well, this is the home of live football.
Justin, why aren't you faster?
If you're with us, and hope
Not sold on Witzel or De Hood for Dortmund as top 10. Yeah, I think if Witzel had continued, because he had a very good season when he first joined Dortmund. If he had continued that, I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, Delaney. Delaney is who I'm forgetting. Yeah, Tonali. That's who I was thinking about. But he's very young, right? Like he's kind of in the Tyler Adams stage where he's very, very good, but he just needs to be consistent with his performances before he's rated as highly. Yeah, Tonali's great CDM already. And then does Inter play with a center defensive mid?
It was an early cross which found him in acres of space, and it was a beautiful headed finish.
And then La Liga, so we've already talked about Busquets and no, Busquets. Why am I blanking now? Real Madrid. I'm focusing on too many things. No. Oh, sir. Call a foul. Call an advantage. I was pressing. Oh my god, dude. Let's go. Okay. Maybe it works out. Daryl's passing is so bad. Brozovic is good, but nowhere near top 10. Okay. Who's Atleti's CDM? Casemiro. Thank you. I was gonna have to look that up. Atleti. So it was Thomas Partey, but he went to Arsenal. So who is it now? That's a good question. Oh no. Let's go, Tyler. We just need to hold on to this lead and we're good. Oh yeah, Llorente. I mean, I know he's good on FIFA. So someone just has to tell me if he's as good in real life. Oh yes. Get him. Chris Durkin? Got him. Let's go. That's all we needed. I think Marcos. Diego Llorente plays for Leeds, I think. I think that's right. Alright, let's get some subs in. Let's Caden Clark needs a sit down, Cool and Booth. Alright, looks good.
He still had to take it. He won't mind how they come though.
Well, a second goal for them here.
So guys, before I leave, we are doing a Gaga Slonina breakdown this week. It should be out either tomorrow or Saturday. You got to start letting me know who are the other players that you want me to do these player breakdowns on. So I have a ton of fun getting all those clips ready, doing the scouting reports, and then seeing the feedback from you all be so positive is just amazing to see. So definitely let me know, who you want to see out there.
He's got to score. Real defensive resilience. He's trying to create something.
Okay.
But they took care of the situation defensively.
So the no fans in Jamaica is official now. Not sure if you saw my last remark. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, Bert, sometimes I'm going to miss stuff if I'm trying to focus on the game, and then there's times like goal kicks or dead balls where I can look at the comments, or when I'm up 2-0 with 10 minutes to go. Frank Kessie. Frank Kessie, yeah. Damn, that would be a very interesting one to do. I wonder if there's some good stats to cover center defensive mids. He's on. Ricardo Pepi is on. No, I tried the chip. I'm glad that this has been a group effort to find the best center defensive mids in the world. Let's go, Daryl. What a shot. What a shot. The crowd is going crazy. The camera's rocking. You love to see it. We're going out with a bang. We're catching up to Fulham. We're getting these points.
And the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now.
Let's go.
Read it well.
Alright, but we want the shutout now. So,
Pearson. Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on.
that's not going to help.
Cross could be useful.
Out.
Struggling to
Nice.
get it away. Well, they can keep possession now.
It's all good, all good.
And there
Can we agree on Adams #1, Conte, and Rice? Again, like I said, I would put Tyler Adams probably around 15. But I think there's an argument to be made for like 12th, and there's also an argument to be made for like 20th, just because of his inconsistency against really good teams. So nice. I just saw. All right, so let's wrap up here to look at the table. So we have 2 games in hand against to Fulham. We're only a point behind, so this is looking really good for us. They've dropped some points recently, and we can get back into the automatic promotion spot. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get to the point where there's only a few games left in the season, so that when we stream again on Sunday night, there is going to be a lot to talk about for US players, so we can do a bit of more of a chat about the US players and the US performances. And then we can play some States United to get us to the Premier League. And then starting next week, we can maybe get to the next year, 2022, buy some A-level players like Pulisic and Reina, and really start to flesh out our team. And then start to work through the Premier League, hopefully get to a European, whether it's Conference League. I think we get Conference League with winning the EFL Cup, so we might have European competition already. But guys, please like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, and like USMNT content, and especially do that since my boy Pulisic and our boy Pulisic is back in practice for Chelsea. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always. I hope to see you back. I'm going to be back. Let's see, Sunday night is going to be Halloween. So let's play that one by ear, but definitely Monday and Tuesday next week. Look out for the Gabriel Slanina breakdown later this weekend, and we'll obviously have a Yanks Go Talking episode out as well early next week. So normal schedule now. We have 3 days of streaming, player breakdowns, Yanks Go Talking US Soccer Podcast, and once the rosters are out, you'll have all my regular videos doing the reactions, watching the press conferences, all of that. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for everyone that subscribed. Thanks for everyone that commented and chatted today. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see ya. Bye.